Melanie, the initial estimated cost was $200 million, but a feasibility study commissioned by the university puts the cost even higher with more changes to the dome. But where will the money come from? Well, tonight, a look at the JSU Stadium project. Jackson State has been fighting for its own football stadium for years, since it's been calling Veterans Memorial home for decades. Now the school has put together an ambitious plan to build a state-of-the-art dome stadium. Supporters say would not only benefit the school, but the entire metro community.
We're still living the dream of the stadium. We won't let it go that easy because we're looking at it as an economic development tool for not only Jackson State and the students, but the surrounding areas.
Jackson State commissioned its own feasibility study on the dome. A local media outlet did a report on the study back in September. According to the report, it recommended a change from the original plan, that the stadium should be 35,000 seats, not 50,000, and that the estimated cost of construction is somewhere between $250 to $280 million, not $200 million. But where will the money come from? For over a month, I reached out to JSU administrators for a comment, but no one is talking. But the community definitely has something to say about plans for a domed stadium.
I do support Jackson State in their efforts to construct the JSU Dome, simply because it will bring in revenue for the city, it will bring in more jobs, and hopefully it will encourage more entrepreneurs to actually relocate here to Mississippi to bring their businesses here.
I think Jackson State needs their own stadium. However, I think a dome is a little overkill in my mind. Being a Jackson State alum, I definitely understand the idea of having our own facility, but I think there are a lot of other things that we could use for the college that would be more beneficial, that we could put $200 million into than an enclosed dome.
There is support for Jackson State to have its own stadium, but a dome stadium might be a bit of a stretch. Governor Phil Bryant is one of those who supports JSU efforts to get a new stadium, but not a domed one.
I think what's realistic is to try as best we can to look at what the private sector, their alumni and other supporters might be able to help in private funds. Realizing that the state might be able to help with infrastructure, go and canvass the amount of fans that they have in that stadium at any given game, and then try to build a stadium that will meet those immediate needs on campus.
But if the cost is too much and there isn't enough support from lawmakers to get the dome, is it doomed?
I don't use the term doomed. I use the term domed. So when I say dome, if they want a dome stadium, we're going to try to see what we can do. And we're going to push for a dome stadium. Even though it might not be a big stadium, it's going to be a stadium that has the capacity to have an economic development impact.
Well, supporters would like to see a new stadium within the next 3 to 5 years, but the governor says that the timing will depend on how much money the school can raise. Mel?